What's up guys, this is Teddy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video we are going to be talking about classes in TypeScript. Classes are, I like to give this analogy, and this is kind of, people are going to be like, holy crap, what am I watching? Okay, so imagine you don't have any drawers in your house. You just bought a house, you're a software developer, you just made a code bag, whatever you want to call it, and you don't have any furniture, you don't have any drawers in your house. What would happen? You would be able to get dressed and you would have clothes, but more than likely what would happen would be your clothes would get strewn everywhere. Your clothes would be very difficult to keep track of. Your clothes would be very difficult to kind of keep up with. The same would be like a toolbox. Imagine you are a mechanic or you are some type of craftsman and you can't keep track of your tools. Your tools are strewn about all over the place and you are having issues, and one day magically somebody comes up with a toolbox, or one day somebody magically comes up with the concept of drawers to keep your clothes in. And that's the concept of classes in JavaScript or TypeScript or any type of language. Objects are it's a toolbox, it's a drawer to keep your data in, and you can just open the drawer and it has a nice little label on it and you can reach in and pull out your code or whatever you want. That's like the whole entire idea. It's not that classes are some type of, you hear like the factory analogy a lot, but I don't think that's really like what helps people understand like why we use them. You use classes to keep track of all your primitives, all your variables, all your integer strings, what have you. So let's just say you are a programmer who has no idea what classes are and you're having a grand old time making, what do you know, a Pokemon code. You're making Pokemon code. Your Pokemon has health. Your Pokemon has scream, where it can scream Pikachu. It can kill a Pidgey if it wants to, because we all hate Pidgeys. And I'm just kidding if you're a Pidgey, if you're like one of those weird people that like Pidgeys, but it also has an experience and you're having a grand old time in your app. But then you start realizing like, I can't keep track of all these functions and put them all around in my app. So what do? You create a class, you call it Pokemon, and you just put all that stuff in here. Like, that's kind of like the whole entire idea. This is your toolbox. So you're going to put your EXP, you're going to put your health, then you put your function down here, just like that. And I'm running out of room, but you get the picture. And what happens is that you have a nice little briefcase, toolbox, drawer to keep all your data in, and whenever you need your data, all you have to do is type in var Pokemon is equal to new, and then you can new up a piece of data. You can new up your Pokemon without having to keep track of all your variables and all your health and your string and all of that. It's pretty neat. Not only on top of that, but let's say like you want to use this Pokemon everywhere, and then you start realizing, hey, like I have a Pikachu that I'm using all over the place too. What you would do is you would do the exact same thing. You would create a class Pikachu, and it has all of the code from before, and then you would extend it so you can use all your previous Pokemon code, and you don't have to actually worry about recreating the health, because all Pokemon have experience, all Pokemon have health. All Pokemon want to kill Pidgeys because we all want to kill Pidgeys, but in this case, Pikachu has classes of its own. Let's just say use electric, and you call that a function, and you go in there and you have that function in there because this is specific to Pikachu. Not every single Pokemon is going to have use electric, and that's the reason why you would extend it, and you still get all of those. But let's go in, let's create a class, and I'm going to show you a very important concept of why we, what happens underneath the hood when we actually use create classes. So I'm going to go in here and let's go ahead and create our Pokemon. So I'm going to have health, and it's going to be a number. And I'm going to initialize that number to 34. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going, what was the other one? Health, good. And then we'll put function kill Pidgey. So health is equal to a string, and our string is good. And I'm gonna call this one experience. So I'm gonna go experience and then health, and then go down here and kill Pidgey. And console.log Pidgey killed, Pidgey dead. And I'm gonna take out that function. And then down here, what we're going to do is let's go ahead and I'm going to new up this object, and we're going to see what it looks like under the hood, because this is kind of important to understand like what's happening. And then I'm going to go under here and I need to create called a joker value. I'm going to call that joker because we need to have an extra value down here so we can see like what's actually happening inside of the class. So let's go here. Let's go ahead and let's run our debugger. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But what this is going to do is if you look inside here, now you can see all of your values and it's an object. When it's just this, it's literally just a 0. But when you have an actual object in here, you can have more than one. They can be different types and they hold your values better. If you just look at that, and you can always tell. And this is not stored on the stack. This is the call stack. This is actually, objects are stored on the heap. And I talked about that in my previous video. But let's go ahead in here and we're going to create our class Pikachu. So we're going to go Pikachu, and it's going to be the same thing. And we're going to have the use electric and console.log use electric. Then go in here. Okay, so, and let's just give it a nice little property for good time's sake. And what is, has tail. We'll call it has tail, and we'll make it a Boolean. So we're going to go Boolean, and we're going to say true. Pikachu does have a tail. Some Pikachus might not, though. You never know. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to extend this Pokemon. Extends Pokemon. Okay, then we're going to go down here, and instead of having this, we'll have our Pikachu. And we're going to lowercase this, and we're going to call this Pikachu. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this, and let's see what is inside of our Pikachu and see if we actually extended it. So we're going down, and we're going to hover over it. And would you look at that? We have experience 34. Our health is good for our Pokemon. Our health is good, and our Pokemon has a tail. And not only on top of that, but you just learned what inheritance is. I hope you just, I hope you watched all the way through, because you just learned like a bunch in like a little bit. But you may have known that already. Who knows? But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching.